got in there, Brody?
A butterfly.
Turn around, let's see. Miss Sue you got a butterfly in there, y'all. It was injured, the reason it's in there. You can't really see it in there. You can there. We're gonna probably turn it loose. But we picked it up off the ground. It had got injured. Hey y'all, welcome back to Spirit of the Outdoors. I've had several people ask me precisely kind of how I skin these catfish. Now I done got these all nasty and dirty. So I'm gonna walk over here and rinse them off in this barrel. But I was just gonna show you kind of real quick how I clean them. Not a whole lot to it. And everybody does things a little different, so in no way am I trying to say that this is the right way. I showed this. I had some people ask, look, I just tied this screw carabiner because I'll use this for many different things. So I just tied a bowline and then it ain't nothing but string. I'm gonna cut this off and I'm gonna insert inside of here a stick, piece of rod, something stiff to where I can grab it and poke it through. So anyway, there's my fish stringer. Hang that up there. I'm gonna just rinse these off. I'm gonna lay this one down over here. I got my knife that Miss Sue gave me, my little fillet knife. I use that, and then I've got in my pocket here a pair of pliers. This is what I like to use. And I'll tell you why, y'all. A pair of catfish skinners is only good for one thing, skinning catfish. I can use this for a whole bunch of different stuff. And if you don't buy an expensive pair of catfish skinners, the teeth never grip right together and they work horrible. So I'm gonna take right under here, under his gills, and grab that, and then we pop that. And that's kind of how you dispatch the fish, okay? In times past, y'all, I have went to just skinning fish. A lot of people do it. As I got older, I got a little more courtesy for the things that and so I don't really like to skin stuff and it flopping in alive. Number one, I got bad cut one time on my wrist trying to cut a fish. It went to flopping and flopped that knife into my hand. So those are my thoughts on that. So at that point right there, the first thing I do is I take these pliers and I take that top fin off, take my knife, and I feel right here where this bone is, and I cut at an angle, and I do that on both sides. So I've got a cut here and a cut there, and I just kind of cut at an angle. You can bring that however far around you want. And y'all, my board is somewhat clean, but it is not spotless. But all my fish will get washed good after they're been in this pan. So I grab that skin and I skin them. I got a bucket right here. And when you bucket, look, you get your 5-gallon bucket, put a little dab of water in there. That little dab of water, when you go to dump that stuff out, I take it back here on my property and throw any fish heads, all that stuff out. I'm feeding the raccoons, okay? Yes, I trap the raccoons, I keep them through, but something will come along back there, possum or something, and eat all that stuff. I trap some critters, but I don't eradicate them. They do me a huge favor at times, and I have to keep them away from my chickens and my corn and such. So that's pulled down. Okay, you see me skin it? I take right here now and I cut right over here on both sides. That one's already cut. That head's already broke right there. Pull the guts out. Now I go in the vent, split them two fins, and then I just pull everything out, y'all. Okay, y'all, I had to go get me a cleaner board than what I had to do what I'm doing now, which this will still all get washed in the sink before it's cooked in the house, okay? But I wanted to show y'all, normally I just throw all my fish whole right now into my dish pan. And the reason I'm using a dish pan is because over the course of this next week or so, I will continue to catch catfish and add to this, I say for the week or so, for the next 2 or 3 days. I'm going to run them because it's going to rain again this weekend. It is currently Wednesday. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. It'll rise again. By Thursday, Friday, we'll be through. I'm going to pull my hooks out from down there. So I'll add to this dish pan till I get enough to have the fish cooking that I want to have. Stuff keeps blowing into my pan. So anyway, right here, I start right behind these ribs. I cut down. And I have got a nice catfish fillet right there. It goes in the pan. Come over here, cut down. And I can do all this fairly fast when I ain't doing nothing else. Okay. From there, I cut up I keep this. There's a lot of meat on that. It's crunchy. When you fry it, I like to eat that, okay? So this, I do one of two things. If I've got some very large catfish, I'll cut up these ribs and I'll cut this strip of meat out like this. This one is a little bit smaller. So what I do right here is I get inside those ribs on both sides right here. And once I know I'm to them ribs, you gotta have a good fillet knife to do that now. Don't just do that with any old knife. So anyway, that's that. One more to do, y'all. And this is actually a blue catfish. Now, this is not a channel cat. You can tell by the fins, color of the skin. So, anyway, get our knife. Okay, go in through the gill, pull that through, reach in and grab. Broke his neck. Fish is dispatched now, okay? Right there. Make my cut here. Make my cut here. I know most people ain't gonna dispatch their fish. I'm not gonna be mad. Well, I forgot. We're gonna cut. See, these pliers now have these side cutter things on there. Whatever, everybody calls that something different. I'm not going to try to go to naming the pliers because and I'm just grabbing this skin, very simply pulling it off. Now y'all, whenever I go to doing very large catfish from the Tom Bigby, sometimes I do them a little bit different. You want to make sure you get all that down the tail. Oh. Now this belly meat, the bigger these fish are, this belly meat is actually pretty good. So And you ain't got to do stuff in no certain order. Sometimes I do one way before I do the other. But I think if you split that way, you go ahead and get a cleaner fish to start with. Then I'm gonna wash them in my water. And now y'all, my clean water is not so clean now because I done washed 2 catfish in there. Bear in mind, we are gonna take these in the house and re-wash them in the sink before they're cooked. So this is not final cleansing. This is merely country boy keeping it somewhat clean while he's doing what he does, okay? Y'all gotta bear in mind with that. No, don't eat it right out of that fish unless you're on the creek bank, and then it's okay. It's legal then. Know what I mean, Burn? This one, I think I'm gonna cut right down these bellies off and keep them separate because they're a little bit bigger. Y'all, that is good meat right there now. Miss Sue, I'm enjoying this knife. I know you were watching. Now this one, I will say about this knife, whoever carried it to that thrift store didn't know nothing about sharpening a knife. It was a mite dull, but that wasn't no heel for a stepper. Okay. Because this one's a little bit bigger, I did it that way. It helps me to cut right here, that cut. So see, I've got a piece of meat that I can give to Brody now that ain't got no bones in it. My wife or my son don't get a piece of meat with bones in it. My wife don't like it, and I'm afraid Brody will gobble it down and choke on it. So all these guts will go to the woods. Put the knife up. Let's wrench the pliers off. All right, now we can dash that out through yonder. And I'll turn that bucket upside down where it don't catch up with a bunch of stuff. Set that over there, and we're gonna go rinse this board off. There's a nail in there. It didn't get me though. I'll prop that up. I'll dry it and clean it with a towel later. And then we're gonna be skinning a few catfish along. I'm gonna hang this knife right out here along with my fish stringer. And for the next day or so, and I may skin some of them over yonder to skinning shed. I need to clean my stump up a little more here. So this gets thrown out, and y'all, just that easy. That's 2 catfish that are done up pretty quickly. So anyway, thank y'all for watching Spirit of the Outdoors. Like, subscribe if you hadn't already. If you enjoy what we're doing here, we're doing a lot of different things. We're going to try to do a lot of fishing this year. So I really appreciate all of you watching, supporting us. We thank you. We love you. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you next time. Remember, the best way to do things is the way you like to do it. Y'all have a good one.